stabbed in the back with a cam. Woo! What's going on, guys? And welcome back. The camera's so crooked. Hang on. Much better. What's going on, guys? And welcome back to the channel. So today we are continuing to work on our turd of an engine here. It's not actually a turd, but you know, when in Rome, I guess is what they say. So our oil pan came in. Now I'm gonna address this now. I did get the IAG oil pan because it's what I could find in stock, ready to ship and get it quickly. This engine needs to go back in the car here in the next couple of days, so that way Kyle can come up. I just got done talking with Kyle this morning since he's gonna be doing all of the fabrication stuff here in the garage for us. I'm trying to get this thing done ASAP to get it back into the car. So we got a lot of stuff to do today. Hopefully we have a lot of stuff to do today. With that oil pan going on, it's interesting. I've used Killer Bee oil pans for 8 years, and now that I'm like trying something different, it's just cool to see the changes between different companies and different parts. Total love and total respect for both companies out there. I'm not trying to start any beef. No beef is gonna be started, but I am excited to get this thing on. On the table here in front of me, I have a lot of plethora of cool things. So this is our IAG oil pan. Like I said, this is the first time I've used IAG's oil pan before. It's actually a pretty cool design. I kind of like it. I kind of like how the baffling screws in here. So like there's these really cool like hex star style screws that hold the baffle in here. The pickup looks pretty much, it's an oil pickup. It's pretty much same as Killer Bee's. Same with the windage tray, looks pretty much same. What is kind of cool about this though is this uses a gasket. Oil pan that uses a gasket. So I'm going to put the gasket in here, but I'm also going to use some OEM 3-bond on the oil pan as well, just to seal it to the engine. You've got like all the hardware for the pickup and the baffle and everything, then you've got all the hardware to be able to seal this on here. One thing I do like is that the oil drain is on the bottom of the pan down there. So the oil drain's actually right there instead of being on the side. You do have like a 1/8 NPT plug over here if you wanted to put like an oil temperature sensor or something in here. They also have these cooling fins on the pan. I don't know how effective those actually are, but hey, kind of cool, I guess. And then I also want to give a huge shout out to our friends over at ACT. I was trying my damnedest to find a clutch somewhere in stock that would hold the power that we're going to be making. Luckily, ACT was able to snag one for us. Let me get this thing out of the box real quick. Okay. I need to like slide this guy out. Oh, whoa! To be honest, I kind of foresaw that coming. So here we have our 6-puck clutch from ACT. Now the reason, yes, I did pay for this also. ACT did not send this over. ACT was able to just source this clutch for me. So this should be capable of holding, I think it's about 700, a little over 700 foot-pounds of torque. So very excited to be able to get this in the car. Driving with a 6-puck clutch, it sucks a little bit compared to a full face, but I did want to opt for still having a full spring set on the clutch to make daily driving this thing a little bit more, I don't know, I guess friendly. It's still going to be very grabby and very like, draw, clutch in your face kind of thing. They did send over a new release bearing, so that is cool as well. And then it also has the pressure plate down there. So I am excited to get this on the car. The HDSS that we had before would not hold the power that we're going to be making with this thing and with that turbo in there. So hey, new clutch for us. And then we're also going to be throwing the Killer Bee header back on today as well. Hopefully our buckets come in from Subaru today so we can go get those, get these valve covers sealed back up, get the cam seals put back in there, you know what I'm talking about. And then also our cam gears for the exhaust did ship today. I did go with an aftermarket set of cam gears for the exhaust on this car. You probably don't know what it is. You might. If you do, go ahead, feel free to throw it down in the comments, but it's going to be dope. Now I feel like we've done enough talking. Let's get that oil pan sealed up on here. So I'm just gonna get the gasket on there. I'm gonna get all this stuff, all the seals and whatnot put in. There's a seal that goes right there on the oil pickup, right on the end of it. One for the spacer right there. Literally just bolts right up, super easy. Let's get this oil pan on. Oil pan is on. So IAG doesn't say to use sealant or gasket maker on that rubber seal, but better safe than sorry in my opinion. So I threw just a small layer of gasket maker on there. I also always throw a small little bit right on where the dipstick connects up to the oil pan. I've just had issues in the past where it likes to leak out of there. So it doesn't hurt. Oil pan installs pretty much the exact same as any other oil pan out there. You've got 4 longer screws that go in the back, and then all the rest of them are the standard size. So now that we have this on, we can go ahead and throw our Killer Bee header back on. It does clear this oil pan. I've already confirmed it. I've got 2 new OEM Subaru gaskets to throw on right there. We can get those on there, get our header back on here, bolt it down. It's so much easier to get the header on the engine outside of the car. Trying to finagle with these things up under the car just sucks. So I still need, maybe I should get this coated. Nah, I don't want to get it coated. I don't got time for it. We'll coat it later. So get that guy thrown back on here. Get this tape pulled off of these. I'm a little concerned as to if this is gonna fit. Cause we took a little bit more material off. Ah, they should fit. What am I saying? What am I saying? Dude, these things are always so annoying to get on. Okay, I have to take out the studs. This is a little bit concerning. This was one of my worries, was that by decking the heads like we did and cleaning them, it took off too much material and nothing's going to fit now. Have I been putting it on backwards this entire time and nobody told me? Bro, are you kidding me? All right, so how are we looking? That's a problem. Dude, that's a big problem. That's not good. Dude. I knew it! I knew it! This is one of those times where I knew I should have listened to myself, and I just knew I shouldn't have decked the heads. I fucking knew it, and I did it anyways. I have to take the long block back apart. We've got a big problem here. Like a problem that has no workaround other than we have to take this long block back apart. So I tested it with the exhaust manifold. The exhaust manifold will not line up at all. The holes on here, the distance between those 2 holes is no longer the same because these heads have been decked, and the short block got redecked when they did the when they did the closed decking process. So because of that, I have 1 bolt in here loosely on the intake manifold so that way I can move it around as need be. No matter how much play I try to give myself right there, that hole will not line up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to mark on the intake manifold where center line is of that hole onto the engine, and then I'm going to put a small dot inside of that hole so that way I can see how much wider I need this to be. We need to run some thick boy head gaskets on here, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I really don't have a choice. It's either buy brand new heads, rebuild heads completely, redo everything on the heads, or send the heads out, new heads with all of our internals and everything. Oh, jeez, why? All I literally do is try to give you a better life and give you more power because that's what you want, and this is what you do. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's my fault. This is my fault. This is 100% my fault. Oh my god, dude, that is so annoying. So I'm trying to get a flashlight in there, but you guys can see it, it is off pretty far. I need the whole head assembly to move. So here's the problem right now, all right? The cylinder heads, like I said before, we don't know how many times the cylinder heads have been decked. I know for a fact 1.5 from when I did them. Because the cylinder heads have been decked X amount of times, enough material has been removed, and because the case halves were decked for the 1/2-inch head studs, or for the closed decking process, we're about 8 thou shy of material between the head and the engine. Now, I have this gasket here, this Grimspeed head gasket set. This is the biggest head gasket that they make for Subarus. It's a 1.5 millimeter head gasket. That's a big head gasket. That's thick. That's a thick boy head gasket right there. For us to be able to use these cylinder heads that are on this short block currently, we would need a 1.7 mil head gasket. I took a couple measurements from the head to where everything wasn't lining up. We need a 1.7 millimeter head gasket. They don't make a 1.7 millimeter head gasket, so the only option that I have is to buy new head casings. Luckily, I called around. I can reuse the cams in here. That was one of my big things. I was like, I want to make sure that I can reuse these cams. I don't want to buy new cams. I don't want to spend $1,000 on head casings, $1,000 on cams, and then all the extra valve buckets that I need to be able to make it work. We'd be looking at like $2,600 in head stuff. So there's a local company. We're going through the same company that made my cams for the EG33. They took my stock EG33 cams and made them into 282 cams. They're going to go through, they're going to clean up these BC 272s and make them look brand new again. They're going to repolish the lobes and repolish all the journals. All of our lobes are fine, so we don't need any work done on the lobes, but the journals I'm going to have them clean up since we're using brand new head casings. This build just got delayed because head casings take a while to come in. It's probably going to be like a week and a half, 2 weeks before I get these head casings, so that sucks. Hey, we get to do discussion videos in the meantime, but it's not the end of the world. This happens. It happens whenever you go to build cars. Like, these little problems will happen. It's just part of the nature. It sucks. I knew I shouldn't have redecked the heads. I knew I should have just checked flatness and ran with it, but I redecked them just to be safe on the sealing aspect of things. So I'm gonna order new head gaskets tonight. I'm gonna order the new case halves tonight. We'll get it taken care of. We'll remedy the situation. Am I annoyed? I'm very annoyed, yes, that I have to spend $1,000 on new head casings, but could be worse. Let me get this other cylinder head off. This sucks. It's not the end of the world, but that sucks. Could be worse, but can come right out. Oh, half-inch head studs, you are twite. 2 more. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Oh. No? Oh, we've got the heads back off. I've got them set on the table over there. It sucks. This really sucks that this happened, but you know, there's nothing we can do about it except for fix the issue. I should have, like I said, I should have never decked the heads like I said I was going to, and then I did it anyways just because I wanted to make sure that we sealed up everything. So tonight I need to get new cylinder heads ordered, both left and right. I'm gonna get new head gaskets ordered. This time I'll probably get the JE Pro Seal since we're gonna be on standby for a little bit. It sucks. That's all I have to say, is it sucks. Definitely not the way I was intending for this video to go. But that is the nature of modifying and building cars and engines. You gotta take the hits as you get them. And you gotta take them with a smile on your face, otherwise you're gonna let the car win. So once we get the new cylinder heads in, I'm gonna order them tonight. I'm guessing it's probably gonna take a week for them to get here. I'm gonna order tonight. I have to order new oil seals also. I might order better valve springs. Right now I just have the Brian Crower stainless steel valve springs. I might order some Beehive springs. I don't quite know yet. I'm annoyed. I'm very annoyed with this. I was wondering why the exhaust manifold just wouldn't line up. It would not line up. It was like a good 1/4 inch off. Same with the intake manifold. Both of them just wouldn't line up. So it's all right. I've wanted new cylinder heads for this car, so I mean, I guess now's better of a time than any. Our cam caps that used to be scored will be brand new. I'm gonna drop the cams off at Delta Cams tomorrow, so that way they can get them repolished. I said it won't take more than like 20 minutes, $10 a cam. It's not a huge cost on that end. The cylinder head sucks. I'll link new cylinder heads down below through Subaru Wholesale if anybody else ever runs into this problem. It's like $545 per cylinder head. It's like $1,150 or so for a new set, I believe. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys on this one. If you liked the video, I guess, you know what to do. Hit that like button. Turn it black, blue, green, yellow, purple, silver, cyan. Color of the day today is silver because cylinder heads, they're silver, right? And if you're not already subscribed to the channel and you want to be, hit your boy up one of these corners, no idea which one it'll be in yet, but you don't want to miss this car going to the dyno and making oodles and oodles of power, all the power, and the 6-cylinder STI, which update on the 6-cylinder STI because some of you guys have been asking. Yes, the 6-cylinder STI is coming back as soon as this car is running again. It'll be back soon. Once it's back, we'll get the Haltech wired in, we'll get a base map made, that car will be idling, we'll go drive it around a little bit, we'll break it in, we'll take it to the dyno, we'll see how much power it makes. But anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, homies. Woo!